What's up guys, it's Salvajee and we're back at it again with another video. So this is my Destiny 2 Titan Quick Start Guide. Basically everything you need to know about all three of the Titan subclasses in a very rapid manner. If you guys are looking for a more in-depth, sort of guide when it comes down to the Titan and its subclasses, as well as the other subclasses in the game, don't panic. I will be going very in-depth into every single subclass in the game. This video is just, for those people that just want to learn about the Titan, Hunter or Warlock very quickly. And of course, this video is also catered toward newer players that don't really know which skill tree to use, all of that good stuff. Okay, let's get right into it. Striker Titan. Use the pulse grenade. It's one of the most OP grenades in the entire game, if not the best grenade in the entire game. Towering Barricade, use it on PvP. Rally Barricade, use it on PvE because it instantly reloads your weapon. When it comes down to jumps, it's all about preferences. Code of the Earthshaker. It gives you an additional grenade and it increases the duration of that grenade. In other words, if you have a pulse grenade, it's going to last 20 years and it's going to be doing massive damage to bosses, stationary enemies, even enemies that are heading towards you. This thing is a monster. Best perk, best skill tree in the entire game. It's Code of the Earthshaker, by the way. Terminal velocity is also really good because it means that every time that you slam the ground with your R2 attack with your Fist of Havoc super, it's going to leave a damage dealing field that is of course going to damage enemies over time. If you guys want to go with the Code of the Juggernaut, this perk tree or skill tree, it's all about what I like to call aggressive DPS capabilities. Guys, this skill tree right here requires that you use your melee ability a lot, okay? Because, of course, every time that you get a melee kill, it triggers health regeneration. And on top of all that, every time that you're critically wounding an enemy, it's going to increase your melee range and, of course, your melee damage as well. Again, it's all about the melees when it comes down to this thing, so honestly I don't really think it's worth it compared to, of course, Code of the Earthshaker. Anyways, when it comes down to, of course, Frontal Juggernaut though, this is really good and it adds more DPS capabilities because, of course, it increases the reload speed for your allies as well as yourself. Also, this little skill tree right here, Code of the Juggernaut, is really good for taking out a lot of enemies because, of course, every time that you eliminate an enemy with the Fist of Havoc super, the duration of the Fist of Havoc super is extended. Yeah, guys, like I said, it's just rapid explanations. It's just a TLDR for the Titan. Let's continue on. Void Wall Grenade is the grenade that I like to use for the Sentinel Titan because it covers a huge area and is able to damage multiple enemies. By the way, last time I checked, suppressor grenades cancelled out supers in PvP, but I don't know if that's still the case in Destiny 2. When it comes down to the jump for the Sentinel Titan, I like to use Strafe Lift, and the reason for that is because I want to have good directional control because I don't want to miss throwing my shield because I can't really move from left to right when I'm in midair. So yeah, there's that. Code of the Protector. Basically, you want to use this if you want to have I guess you could say a passive aggressive playstyle. You can of course use your super with Code of the Protector, but of course if you hold L1 and R1, you can of course put up the Ward of Dawn. The reason why I call this skill tree the passive aggressive playstyle is because every time that you get a melee, you're going to get an overshield, not only for yourself but also for your allies. And of course you are going to get what's this thing called? You are going to get the overshield to, of course, last longer because of this little perk right here, Turn the Tide. Also, every time that you get a melee kill, yeah, that's right, health is restored for you and nearby allies. So, Code of the Aggressor. There's only one thing, that I have to say about Code of the Aggressor. It is your go-to perk if you want to be dominating with the Sentinel Titan Super, the Sentinel Shield, because of course you get an additional shield throw. And the shield throws do some pretty massive damage. Okay, guys? Anyways, this skill tree right here, it's also all about grenades. As you guys can see, grenade kills recharge grenade energy. And also, every time that you get a kill when you're surrounded by enemies, you get your super. In other words, you're going to get your super faster, which means you can take out enemies faster because, of course, the shield throw. Let's take a look into the Sunbreaker Titan real quick. Let's take a look at the Code of the Siegebreaker first, my favorite skill tree for the actual, Sunbreaker. Basically, every single time that you throw a Hammer of Soul, you're going to create sunspots, which of course are going to damage enemies. If you guys didn't know, sunspots damages enemy, and this freaking skill tree has sunspot all over the place because it's all about the sunspots. If you guys want to hear more about the sunspots, check out my Sunbreaker Titan subclass in-depth review that I will of course be making later on. But basically this skill tree right here, it's all about doing damage and leaving damage wherever you go, whether it's a melee hit or of course a grenade hit. Last but not least, we have the Code of the Fire Forge. This basically makes it so that, you know, you're helping out your allies with your solar abilities. Another thing that I want to talk about when it comes down to Code of the Fire Forge is the Vulcan's Rage. Basically, every single time that you throw a hammer, the hammer sort of like explodes on impact, which of course means that you can of course hit multiple people. Also, every time that you hit an enemy, the enemy is going to explode, which again, you're going to hit multiple people with it. And also, you guys can bash the enemy with your hammer after sprinting for a while, and that's basically going to make it so that they take extra damage. And of course, yeah, solar ability kills increase movement and reload speed. So yeah, more reload speed for your allies. That is the quick start guide for the Titan, guys. Basically every single ability, every single skill tree in the Titan subclass is explained in a very rapid manner. But again, if you guys want more like in-depth explanation, don't worry, I got you guys, but that will be coming out in the future. Thank you for tuning in. See you guys in the next one. Peace.